When I went to Indonesia, it was really memorable trip for me. Madwa and his wife Ketut. This is very interesting couple. Madwa met in accident and he lost his left hand and left leg. So the place they live is a dark and demonic place. But in the midst of that, they become a beacon, shining light for God's glory. Their physical limitation did not stop them, but they keep going and doing what they need to do. Hello, mission trips are always fascinating and memorable. When I went to Indonesia, it was really memorable trip for me, going there visiting missions partners. And when we were actually driving towards a city called Tampak, we met a couple and I was amazed to see their lives and learn from them. I met Madwa and his wife Ketut. This is very interesting couple and we visited their mission field. Of course, while we were driving there, we heard their stories. But when I actually saw them in person, I was shocked and amazed the way they live their lives. Let me tell you a little bit brief about them. Madwa comes from Hindu background and also his wife Ketut, she comes from a Hindu background. Now the fascinating story is this. Madwa met in accident and he lost his left hand and left leg. And that was very sad for his life. And so he decided to live with that. He took it as part of his life and began to live his life. And sooner he heard about Jesus Christ and he came to know the Lord. And then he wanted to find a partner. So he met a Ketut and she was crippled waist down. And so he thought she is the right person for his life. And so they talked and the church involved and then they married and then they got baptized in the church and they started their married life. But the story about Ketut is this, that since she was crippled, so she was considered as a curse in the family. And so they abandoned her, they left her, and she has to live a life in loneliness. So she decided to go for suicide twice. But before that, she had a vision and she saw wearing a white robe, a tall, very shining figure, and spoke to her that do not give your life up. And she thought this must be interesting, and she went to the church, she told the story, she explained her dream about, and then I think she was confirmed that it was Jesus who met her in her dream. And so then she gave her life to the Lord, and that's how they married together. Now they had lot of challenges in their lives because they were crippled, they are limited in their physical body, they could not do anything, but they never gave up. Their determination and their deep commitment to their lives, propelled them to go ahead and serve and start a small business. So they started a small business and that business succeeded and they began to earn money. But the business was not just to have a living, but also it turned to be a mission business. And so they had deep commitment to serve the Lord. So how would they do that? And so through a small business, they began to start sharing the gospel. So automatically they become evangelists in their own place. So the place they live is a dark and demonic place. But in the midst of that, they become a beacon, shining light for God's glory. And so through the business, whenever they used to sell the business, they began to share the gospel along with the business. Their business is a small business and they produce crackers and they sell. And so through that, they give the gospel to the customers who come to their shop to buy the crackers. Now, I thought that's a great strategy to become an evangelist through their business. But the business and evangelism wasn't easy because the place they live, they're surrounded by the people who do not know about the Lord, but they don't like hearing the gospel. But their life began to shine, as I said earlier, and people never even objected. They began to come and gladly buy their product and they heard the gospel. So this is a fascinating story about their life. So going further, they had a lot of physical challenges. Sometimes at times their body aches. Sometimes they cannot even make it. But their hard work is their determination. They never give up. They never look back what they had and what they don't have. And so that's how they propel ahead in order to progress, in order to make living, and also become a testimony to the dark and demonic place. Lo and behold, when I was hearing their stories, and I thought, whoa, this is amazing story. Their physical limitation did not stop them, but they keep going and doing what they need to do. And they bring the joy through their business to the people. And what I saw in them was a smiling face. They always smile. And the people ask them, why do you smile? What makes you smile? And it is nothing but the joy of the Lord. It is their strength. Joy of the Lord is their strength. And with that strength, they begin their day, they share the gospel. This is what their life is. And I'm amazed that they are never discouraged. They never give in to the circumstances and situations they face. They never feel that opposition. They never even pay attention to that. They just keep going in their lives because they have deep dedication and commitment and desire to continue to serve the Lord with their business. And I thought that was an interesting story about this crippled couple who, in the face of challenges and difficulties, never give up. I think from this story, we have an incredible lesson to learn from this couple. And the lesson is this: we should never give up. No matter what we have, what limitations we have, and what probably circumstances we face, we always have a living God with us. We always get the strength from above. And if we are committed, and if we have strength, and we do have strength, and if we have God with us, and we know the gospel is the answer, no matter where we go and where we serve. So thank you for listening to this story. After having this story, thank you so much for helping the indigenous mission around the world through 24/14 World.